Yo, what's going on, guys? And today, my coworker at HoopsHype, Michael Scotto, put out the latest aggregate mock draft. Some of the quotes and stuff in there are I helped get at the combine, but go read his work. Links in the description. But he mentioned that the Clippers are a team to monitor as a DeMar DeRozan sign and trade destination if they were to lose Paul George in free agency. As we have previously reported on HoopsHype, and I have aggregated that news onto this channel. Following the lottery, there's a belief around the league that DeMar DeRozan will more than likely ultimately resign on a 2-year, I believe it's like $90 million, $100 million, something absurd, with the Chicago Bulls, given the team's continued desire to compete and his role and his desire to be there and their willingness to pay him. However, one team worth monitoring is a potential suitor for DeMar DeRozan, who is a Los Angeles native, via sign and trade, is the Los Angeles Clippers, should they, fail to be able to re-sign Paul George. Now, the whole DeRozan thing is definitely interesting, as I got a text message, is that, this is a team that, for example, Chicago, they're probably going to either go ahead and get themselves, if a scoring guard falls to them, like a Jacoby Walter or a Rob Dillingham, and they are able to trade Zach LaVine, they'd go after that. But if they're stuck with Zach LaVine, and if for some reason DeMar DeRozan leaves, I could see them going after a wing. And I think the whole thing is that DeMar DeRozan is a guy that Paul George, who won't be getting that three-year, $153 million extension that he wants from the Clippers, could be leaving, and DeRozan, the Compton native, could be a guy that they sign and trade. Now, in a sign and trade, if they are trading 35, let's say the deal is the 2-year, $90 million. You would be sending out 45 million, and they can only trade like 23, and they're also like they have the limitations and stuff. So I would have to believe the sign and trade would have to be around Norman Powell and Amir Coffey if they wanted to do as little as players as possible, or if they wanted as many assets, it's a Terrence Mann, Bones Highland, Amir Coffey, Kobe Brown, Kai Jones deal that you could fit all those guys in there and then throw in either PJ Tucker or Ivica Zubac in there as the icing on the cake. Because right there, Terrence Mann plus Bones Highland gets you to about like 15.5. You throw in the 3.9, which is basically 4 million. That's 19.5. You throw in Kobe Brown and Kai Jones. It's about like 4.7 into that. That's like 23 point. You're about like at $25 million there, and you put that on top of PJ Tucker, who gets you around 36. So you still might have to throw in Norman Powell. Oh wait, no, 36. Like that actually there. Yeah, if the deal's like 45, you might be able to like take off, PJ Tucker, and just the 25 might be able to get the deal done. So definitely an interesting one to look at, in my opinion. But I don't know if you guys are a fan of the Clippers, or a fan of the Bulls. I want to hear your thoughts. What is your opinion on this? Would you do this deal or not? I just think it's rather interesting whenever you see stuff like this happen. It's interesting because I just I don't know how much validity. It's just hard to make moves in this league. It's very hard to make moves. So I expect them to stay the same, both teams.